cats and kittens. This is the Nail Oracle, and I hope you're having a great couple of weeks. It's been about 2 weeks since I last met you guys, and I am now here today to talk to you about the month of February. This is for those that are of the Piscean persuasion. That means if your sun is Pisces, this is for you. If this is your moon, this is for you. If this is your rising, this is for you. North node, this is yours. And the Venus. So if Pisces falls on any of those that I just mentioned, this reading is for you for the month of February. First off, I hope you're doing okay. I hope things are working out. You know, it's been a very scary couple of weeks. We've had some craziness, in the last few weeks. It's been a little, it's been cold, definitely, and I'm reporting to you live from this table, and I decided to make it a little warm and cozy, just for your happiness and for your vibes. And we're going to get started. So I got my trusty dusty deck here. It's glowing. It looks so pretty. We're just going to do a quick little reading, the usual stuff. Got to wake up the deck a little bit. I'm so happy that you're deciding to watch this with me. I can't wait to figure this out, because I don't need to just figure this out for you. I also need to figure this out for me. If you've been feeling a little clogged, if you feel like you haven't felt grounded in a while, if you feel like you're all over the place. I've been feeling that energy a lot lately. It could just be a variety of things. Sometimes it could be your cycle. Sometimes it could just be that time of year. Coming a little bit off the holidays. January is a really long month. It's a quick month, but it's also a very long month. So I know what it's like to just be like, ugh. So, of course, we're going to, get started, and we're going to do some reading. We're going to figure out what's going on. We're going to figure out what your gut already knew. We're going to figure out what your ancestors are telling you. And we're going to lay out what's right in front of you. Let's get started. Let's see what we got here. Okay. I don't pull that one as often, so we're going to see what that's about. Interesting. Okay. So I typically like to do the eye spread, because the eye spread works in so many ways and it answers so many questions. The middle line, the first three, usually are where we are on this plane that we're in, on the surface. The bottom row, which I am right now, that I am shuffling out, this is what your gut already knew, and you probably just haven't been paying attention, or it's something that you already knew. And the top here are your ancestors, and they're talking to you, and they could be screaming at you right now. So, all right, so it's looking like this is about to be a little bit of a money spread. It looks like it's going to be a little money, because all I'm seeing is pentacles. But that's always the fun of it. So I'm guessing a lot of people might be worried about money. You probably looked at that. Whoa. You probably looked at that credit card bill, and you're like, oh, damn, how am I going to pay for that? Yeah, I know. Like, I was talking a couple of weeks ago about how some people felt like they were, like they overdid it on Christmas this year. Reports did say that people spent a lot more this time around than in other years. Panic buying. I know I'm pretty sure people were panic buying last week during the snowstorm. This is why we didn't have a reading then, because I was panic buying myself. So a lot of this is reflecting here. Yes. Just want to let you know right now, things look a little scary, but we're going to figure this out together, because I'm going to figure this out with you. All right, first things first. The first card we pulled was Death. People are really afraid of this card, but I'm going to tell you right now, death is really, it's just rebirth. So it's transformation, endings, change, transition, letting go, and release. There's been something that you've been trying to let go for the longest. And this possibly is in this time to do it. That's what you've been having to do for the last few weeks, months, years. You've been having to let go. You've been having to come to terms with things. And this is why this card is coming up. However, you have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands, basically, inspiration, creative work, initiative, new passion, enthusiasm, energy. So where you are at the core is, there's going to be a change. Okay? I know it's January. It's still February. It's still cold. The days just won't end. It's just getting shorter. But here's the bright side that I'm going to tell you right now that this card is telling me. It's February, but next month is March. March is springtime. That's one. Two. Because like you see the flowers here? Flowers are gutting. So if this is like a really good time for those of you like me who are plant parents. I wish I had words today. So for those of us that are plant parents, this actually is a good sign for us because it basically means that we can take our cuttings and things that look like plants that look like they're on their way out can be revived. There might be like a new thing happening. There might be a new vibe. It could be that they're dormant and they just need a little love. So that's what's happening here with that. So I'm glad about that. Now, this is a card that can scare a lot of people because it's the Eight of Swords. Basically, it's trapped, restricted, victimized, paralyzed, helpless, powerless, imprisoned. You might feel like you're in your victim era. You might feel like, oh, damn, like everybody's got something against me. Somebody's holding me back. Somebody put some roots on me. Something feels off. And man, it's one of those things. Again, you could just feel like you're a little exposed right now. I know we all feel a little exposed right now with what's going on. There are really some bad vibes happening. People are not at their best. Nothing just seems to make sense. And it's a very scary time. And, at the core, it may feel like, oh my God, why? It's one of those things. It's a pendulum, you guys. I'm beginning to realize that life is a whole pendulum, And so according to my nails this time around, because I am the nail oracle, so I'm looking at kind of a cloudy engagement ring, which means it's not clear, but it's happening. It's going out. It's a little foggy right now. You don't really know what's going on, but eventually it'll clear up. Like you'll have to clean it at some point. It'll have to be cleaned. My nails are going through a little cat eye. I'm in my cat eye era, and and so far so good. They're holding solid. This is a new set, so they're holding solid. Yes. And that's ASMR for you people, for those that like it. ASMR just for that. You also got a little bit of growth, which growth is good. That means that it's vitality. That means your nutrients are working. If you haven't been taking your vitamins, open up that jar and take some. Have a little chew. Even if it's the first thing you do in the morning, even if it's something that you do with your cup of coffee, like I do, focus on some new growth. Start having some new habits. I'm not saying, change your life altogether. Take a vitamin. Could be as simple. Consider that the win for the day. And if you don't remember to take it at your scheduled time, take it when you remember to take it. That's what I'm getting out of this. But let's get back to this. All right. So what's our gut is telling? So what is our gut telling us? The Three of Pentacles. Teamwork. Basically, teamwork, shared goals, collaboration, apprenticeship, effort, pooling energy. This is, at your core, you're probably like, man, I need to collab. I need to get with people. I need to build community. We are very much in a situation right now where people are coming together to, combat, bad things, bad vibes, bad people. and they're working hard at it. So this is like a great time if you want to get involved in your community in any way, shape, or form. We are about to head into like the spring. So, go in your closet. Look to see if you have any coats that you don't mind parting from. And, you could help out with that. You could also like start donating to community fridges. If there is no community fridge, start one. Get like one really cheap and then just set it up outside somewhere. Talk to your local bodega and see if they're willing to do that. Start up a community fridge. All right, so we have that going. We have the Ace of Pentacles. So notice how you're getting aces here. On the surface, creativity is coming, and at your core, you definitely know new opportunities are coming, resources, abundance, prosperity, security, stability, manifestation. This is the era to do stuff. And that's what's exciting. You know what? Now that I think about it, like when it comes to abundance, I am digging through like coats and stuff, and I'm trying to organize my purse and my wallet, trying to see like what I have to start with. And I've been finding like little pixels of money around, like little pieces of cash. I'm not carrying the cash, but this is just me getting excited about it. So if you're like the type of person, dig around in your wallet and your coats. You might find that like you got to clear out your wallet once in a while. I know for some of us the wallet is empty, and if that's the case, don't worry about it. It's not that bad. Money will come. You just got to clean it out. So this might be a very good time to start up what I call the money bowl. I don't call it a money bowl. It's just a bowl. So what is a money bowl? Simply enough, it's really like you take any bowl you want, wash it really good, clear it either with incense, smoke, water, whatever. Add a little bit of rice for abundance, salt for protection, and then you start adding things to it that symbolize money. A bay leaf with however much money you want. You can also ask for things that are aspirational. If you're looking to get a new apartment or a new house, stick a key in there. I prefer sticking a blank key. So if you go to your hardware store, you could buy like a blank key that hasn't been cut, stick it in there. So you can have so that way when you manifest for that new apartment or that new house, you can take it out of the money bowl, go to the hardware store with it, and cut up the new key. Bing! Ideas. This is like a good time to, at a money bowl, go in your wallet, start clearing stuff out, create a new path for your money. Maybe some of you guys have been looking to get into like cash stuffing or keeping better track of your finances. This is definitely the time to start, I would say start with the buckets, like auto pay is probably kicking your butt because you keep forgetting when bills are due, and then it's like, ooh, money, and then your bills are like, I'll take this, and then the other bills are like, I'll take that, and then next thing you know, you ain't got no money. So I would say like start setting up buckets and then start doing that, and then start moving money into the buckets, so that way, at least for the next couple of months, it's a pretty boring process, yes, your take-home pay is going to look a little sad for the first couple of months, but if you set up a bucket, one that says like walking around money, another that says, what should it say? It should say like bill pay, and then the third that has a cushion, like you could just move money around digitally, your banking app. It's got all that stuff. Do it. There's nothing wrong with it. I started doing it a few months ago myself, and I don't complain about money anymore. I could be like, oh crap, I'm a little short, but at least I can understand that my bills are paid and I still got some walking around money, and it's making me rethink like what I need versus what I want. So that's exciting. But always money for nails. That's my self-care. My husband's self-care is cigars. My self-care are my nails. And my son's self-care is me. I'm his self-care. Anyway, last one. Pentacles. Your gut knows like it's pentacles. It's the 9 of Pentacles. 9 is pretty close to completion. 10 is completion, but 9 is pretty close. And that means reward efforts, success, achievement, independence, leisure, and self-sufficiency. So all the stuff that I was talking about earlier about the money bowl and the buckets, this would be like your gut is probably telling you, hey, we need to start that. We would like to start being self-sufficient with our money, with our coins. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being better with your money. Listen, it's gonna suck, like I know what it's like, your paycheck, you realize that, oh damn, I am living paycheck to paycheck. Ugh. But when you start organizing your money and you start rethinking how your money is spent and where it goes, you can start learning to weed stuff out. It's like us plant parents. If something's not serving you, you can cut it off. You could cut it off. So think about it. Think about it. So as I was going through as I was setting up these buckets, I started cutting subscriptions so fast. I would see like a charge being made. I would jump on an app or jump into my phone and be like, nah, we're not doing that no more. Cut it off. I just cut it off. End it. And then I started to see like over weeks, my thing got less and less and less and less. Like the panic stopped to the point that I just, when it's payday and the DD drops, DD is direct deposit. I moved my first set of money into the bill pay, next set of money into my cushion, keep the rest for walking around. And it's actually helped me to better understand my walking around money, that I spend a lot on lunches. I don't like carrying my lunch to work. It's just my vibe. It's not my vibe. Anyway, let's get back to here. All right, so what are the ancestors are telling you? In your gut, you know your money if you collaborate. And if you collaborate, your money will come and you will get the reward for it. So whatever plot or plan you had for getting your money together, I think this is the good time to do it. I think February is a great month. Also, since it is early February, this is where you can set up your money bowl. This is where you can do the woo-woo, where you just blow cinnamon into the house, burn bay leaves, whatever you need, bay leaves and cinnamon, whatever it is that you need to do to cleanse the energy in your wallet, your purse, your man purse, your pockets, anywhere that you're housing your cash. You could do a cleanse it up so that you can get that abundance. Trust me, it'll work. So what are the ancestors telling me? All right, you guys, I'm going to listen to my ancestor. So it's early February, which means it's also my aunt's birthday. It's her heavenly birthday. I think she would have been about 69. She would have been about 69. Happy birthday, Bit. Love you, and I miss you so much. I don't know why. Stupid COVID. I know why. Dumbass COVID. Anyway, so what are the ancestors telling us? Bit, what are you trying to tell me? Talk to me real quick. All right, what you got for me? More pentacles, girl. What? Money. So the ancestors are telling me, first off, hardship, loss, isolation. I don't like 5 cards at all in tarot. I don't like the 5s. The 5s always come with that weirdness. It's like that. It's that plot point, that twist. That, you ever think about dying? That's what the 5 card is. It's the inciting incident. Loss, isolation, feeling abandoned, adversity, struggle, unemployment, alienation, disgrace. Your ancestors are trying to tell you that, yes, these things can happen, but at the core, it's one of those things that you just have to push through. If you find yourself in a bit of a tight spot financially, first off, I'm sending much vibes to you. This is me sending you vibes. I'll just do it towards the camera. I'm sending you abundant vibes. I'm sending you this. I'm sending you this. I'm sending you this. And I'm sending you this. All right. I'm really hoping that you guys can get through that era, because that's a rough era. I've been through it. It's trash. It sucks. Everybody goes through it. So if that's where you've been, or that's where it seems like you're going, it's gonna be rough. And I'm so sorry about that. It's really not your fault. It's the universe doing its thing. It's this late stage capitalism BS we're in. That's what's doing the things. And that's what your ancestors are trying to tell you. It really just doesn't have anything to do with you. And I am not the type of person that's going to be like, oh, well, everything happens for a reason. I don't want to be that person, because I don't like that person either. I'm the type of person that says, it's not you, girl. It's not you, my guy. It's not you at all. The universe is just being weird. But at the same time, the ancestor is saying the Knight of Pentacles. Knights brings, well, pages do too, but knights move. That's why she's on that horse with the pentacles. She's trying to come to you. If you see the airplane right here. Now, my camera guy sets this up so that, I can't focus really well. But anyway, so if you look here and here, so you have the knight here, and the knight is presenting the pentacle on a horse. The horse is moving right, so that means it's forward. It's going that way. It's good. It's like weather patterns. Weather patterns go from west to east, not east to west, west to east. So they move that way. So that's what it's trying to tell you, the movement. So you remember that. Same thing with the plane here in this shot. It's just moving. Yes, there are some clouds, and that sucks, and that's trash that there are clouds, because it's cold. Actually, let's go back to this for a moment. A lot of us are going through this right now, not just financially, but the fact that it's winter and it's cold and it sucks, and really tiny purses are in style. God dang. It sucks. It's really one of those things. It's cold. It's terrible. I live in New York City, and I could tell you right now, I'm like, why is there still snow this many days later? Like, what's happening? Where are we going with this? Ooh, fix it. Somebody needs to fix this. I'm being for real. But as we move through, the ancestors are saying, hey, the money is coming. Don't let this darkness, this coldness vibe. The 5 is always going 5. 5 will 5. You just got to look. It's going to move forward, and it's going to bring stuff. The Knight is bringing you stuff. Don't worry about it. However, because, the Knight of Pentacles is bringing you practicality, reliability, efficiency, stoicism, slow and steady, hardworking, committed, patient, and conservative. I know we don't want to do none of those things. We don't want to. we don't want slow and steady. We want the money now. I get that part, because that's where I'm at sometimes. But again, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's going to. Creativity, the creativeness here will lead to this here. Because we're in the winter. We're in the dead of winter. It's cold. It's cold. It sucks in here. Ugh. It's cold. It's cold. We have to layer up, and layering means laundry. It means like you're sweating, but it's cold at the same time. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But, So what do we have here? We have the Two of Pentacles. What's the Two of Pentacles telling me? Balancing resources, adaptation, resourcefulness, flexibility, stretching resources. We gonna have to be frugal. I know we want this. We want to be here because this is coming if we work at this, but we gotta think about our money better. This goes back to me earlier saying, get a money bowl together. This is where me saying, get your buckets. Again, this is reaffirming me. This is telling me to tell you, get your buckets together. Get some, get a money bowl, get a bucket. Start parsing out, clear out your wallet, reorganize it. Start, new month, start with something small. Say, okay, so I'm gonna have $20 in this wallet. And one thing I would say, if you are going to carry cash in your wallet, don't carry entire bills, because one, not everywhere takes cash, and two, sometimes you can't find anywhere that'll break a bill. like a 20 or a 50. Some places are just like that. So have some cash, and see how far you can make the money stretch. Maybe you'll find yourself thinking, I don't really necessarily need this. I don't really need to buy this. Like, is this a thing I really needed today? Or I could do this. Like, let me tell you, for instance, today. So today I bought myself like a little breakfast patty, bacon, egg, and cheese patty. And it was delicious, and I spent some cash on that. And then my friend texted me and said, hey, I left the soup in the fridge at our job. Yeah, I know you're working there today. If you want it, it's going to go to waste. I'd like you to have it. So there you go. That's how my lunch got settled. Again, it's all about how far your money can go. Sometimes you treat yourself a little bit, and then the abundance follows later. Yes, spend a little, but you'll get something back. And that's the reward. So now I got a little extra cash in my pocket because of that. So this is what's happening, right? So this is what it is. Now, let's talk a little bit about the shadow, what lies underneath. This card scares me a little bit. This card, the Tower is one of those cards. It's like, it is, I don't read Roman numerals. This is why I don't understand the Super Bowl. I never know what Super Bowl we're in. So it's X16. Yeah. So we're in the 16. We're in the Tower. The Tower is also another scary card. Now, of course, here's what the card means. It means disaster, destruction, upheaval, trauma, sudden change, and chaos. Whew. All right. So breathe 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. All right. So at the shadow, there's going to be change. It might be big change. It might be little change. It's going to change. And of course it's going to change because new month, we've just changed. Also, if you looked out the window a little bit, the last few days, you notice that it's like it could be 5 o'clock and the sun is still out. I saw this really pretty sunset just the other day. That was so exciting for me. So like it made me feel a little better about that. So you have that going. So you have that change. Also, we're heading into the new month, as I said. And when you think about it, now that we're in February and next month is March, we're about to head into spring. That's another change. It's not necessarily all changes are bad. It's just how you look at it. There are some that are universally bad, like the snowstorms, like fires, like disasters. Yes, there are some that are just like hauntingly bad, just all the way bad. But at the same time, what does this force you to do? It forces you to regroup, hunker down, rethink about things. It forces you to think about things. It forces you to realize what you can stand to cut off. Remember what I was saying, plant parents? Like this is a great time. You may feel like, oh man, like why is everything attacking me? Because you kind of need for it to happen. It has to happen to you. Things have to happen to you. And I understand the appeal of the victim. Like, oh man, like feeling that and the self-pity. Trust me, I lived years in that realm. I know what it's like. But then at the same time, I began to realize that not so much like, you need to stop blaming yourself. You need to stop pitying yourself. No. It's also sometimes it's not the universe. It's not the universe. More often than not, it is the universe. I'm sorry about saying that. It's not you. It is the universe. The universe brings the disaster. In writing, there are 3 conflicts. Man versus man. Man versus self. Man versus nature. So usually, yes, sometimes it could be you versus yourself. That happens. Other times it's man versus man. Other times it's man versus nature. It's one of those things. It's really all in how you rethink it. Like the Ace of Wands here, it's all about how you rethink. It's all about how you regroup. It's all about how you're looking at it. And granted, you can go the victim route. You know, you can do that. But after a while, you're gonna create this thing where it's like you're gonna blame the universe for everything. And yes, you should blame the universe for everything because the universe be on some shit. But but at the same time, sometimes the universe wants to tell us something. The universe is trying to tell us, if you hit the tower if you don't get a tower once in a while, you're going to stay stuck. You'll never grow. You'll never evolve. You'll never want to seek community. If you never, you have to seek community. You have to ask for help. You know, sometimes, if something really bad happens to you, sometimes you're going to have to make some really bad decisions and call in some favors, or, swallow it up. Just swallow. You're just going to have to, take that L. Nobody wants to, but sometimes you have to. Of course, when you learn, and then when you seek that help in that community, things will start to look up. You'll start to get clarity. It won't feel as bad. See, this is why I'm thinking that this spread is not as bad as I think it is, because it's not. Because it's trying to tell you something. At the end of it all, you'll prosper. You know that. You know that, and your ancestors know that. You just got, and then when you get to that, of course you're going to have to be, you will make better decisions on how to maintain that reward. It happens. Let's say you get a big chunk of money. I love money today. You get this huge chunk of money, and you think to yourself, oh, what can I do? I can get my nails done. I can get my nails done. I can maybe get my hair done. I can add more to that credit card payment. I can actually add some more to my savings. I can splurge on a good shopping trip. I can buy the good meat or the good cheese. I can, treat myself. It doesn't matter. Oh, you can see my afro today. So it's really all about you. It's really what you're going to do with whatever is coming your way this month. All right. So there's that. Now, let me see if I can get a quick clarifier here. I got my big deck. I got this big deck here. It's basically this deck, but it's got a lot more. It's just this picture blown up. Oh, girl. All right, you wanted me to do a lot of things, but oh wow, my coworker. So what am I clarifying here? What do you want me to clarify, deck? It's got me. It's wanting. All right, so let's see. Let's clarify some stuff here. Honestly, I need to clarify this 8 of Wands real quick. So that's the Magician. All right, and okay, that's cool. The chair. Oh wow, these are standing down. These are all majors. These are all major arcanas. Let's see, Death. I need the Chariot to figure that out for me. Let's see, the Star. Yeah. You know what? Let me go back in this deck because, I know he's jumping, but at the same time, it could very well be. Actually, no, they're coming in mixed up. All right. Let's see. I need to clarify. Let's clarify this. Let's clarify the Pentacles. I know you guys, this is like a really tight shot. I know. My camera guy did this, not me. My camera guy. He's my. And let's see what else. Oh, let's clarify the shadow. Okay, so I clarify. So I need clarifiers. First things first, we're going to clarify the Death card because that card is all about the rebirth. And the Chariot. Ooh, one thing I like about the Chariot? Chariot is all about control, moving forward, charging through. That's what the Chariot really means. So, basically the transformation is coming, whether you want it to or you do not want it to. And it's one of those crazy things that you just have to take on, and you just have to take the L on that. You take the L or the W, and you try to figure that out. So that's where that is coming from. And you kind of have to, because if you don't, if you stay in that stagnancy of the woe is me, you could totally do that. I won't go against you if you do that. But at the same time, you're going to miss a lot. You're going to miss a lot. Yeah, you're going to miss the opportunities. You're going to miss your creative, your chance to think things out. One of the things about problems that I think people don't understand is problems, disasters, transformations give you the opportunity to rethink how you do things. It propels you into another plot. It advances you. It rounds you out. It polishes you as a person. So that's where that's coming from. The Five of Pentacles, because, your ancestors, my ancestors were like, hardship is a thing. You need to stop acting like it's not. But because, why it is a thing? Because it's always going to correct itself. It will always correct itself. There are some people that be in financial ruin for a very, very long time. But even their universe is like, you know what? I put this person through a lot. I'm going to stop. I'm going to give them something. It's up to you. It's up to you to figure out what you do with that something. That's all that is. All right. So we're going to clarify the 8. We're going to clarify this 8 of swords here. And we're going to do it with the Magician. My coworker loves this card. He adores this card. And so basically, like that victimhood, you got to figure out how to turn all of these swords and ropes and blindfold into something that that'll benefit you. You could have like how many swords coming at you. And, sometimes you kind of need to slice things up. You're going to take all those swords and you're going to slice them up and, carve something better, carve a better version of you. And sometimes those ropes, you kind of need it because you kind of probably were in like falling into this free fall and you needed to restrain yourself. You needed that restraint a little bit. You probably need the blindfold. Chances are you needed to be in the dark for a while. One of my favorite lines from Living Single is Max saying, men are like grapes. Men are like a fine wine. They all start out like grapes. Our job is to stomp on them and leave them in the dark until they turn into something you don't mind having dinner with. That's what a magician is. That's what a magician is. Yeah. They stomp on something and they leave them in the dark until they turn into something you don't mind having dinner with. So that's what I'm getting out of that. Finally, to wrap this craziness up here, because there's a lot happening here. This can't. And then you have the star clarifying for the Tower. So the star represents brightness, goodness, fun. She all naked right now. It's the naked truth. Behind the disaster, in the mad dash to regroup, the mad dash to get out, you'll find clarity. Your adrenaline kicks in. You start thinking of escape routes. You start thinking of, resources that you have at your disposal, resources you can get to, resources that you never know. You pull within thyself and a new you is going to come about. The Magician will kick into place. And the star is your guiding principle. That's all that is. It's just a guiding principle because, how back in the day, in olden times, sailors and other people would use the stars to figure out where they are. That's how constellations come about. And something very interesting about a star is the star that you look at when you're staring up at the sky at night, like if you ever go to upstate New York and then you just go stargazing, those stars have been dead for billions of years. It just so happens that when it gets to us, it still looks like a star. That's how light years work. What am I trying to tell you? Think about it. the thing that you're marveling at and you love has already passed a long time ago. It's just that you're absorbing it in that moment. But the truth is, it has already moved on. It has already moved on and already become the nothing. Like, oh. It's already moved on. It's just a question of how to interpret it and how to look back on it so that by the time I've figured it all out, like this crazy spread here, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with this information? So, basically, as I sit here from my table, and you see my messy table, and it's okay, because you love my messy table. It's perfectly fine. All right, so what I'm trying to tell you now is this. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you now, before all the batteries run out and you're tired of hearing my voice, is that at the core, you are in your creative era. February is such a dormant month. Cold. Plants are still dormant. You don't see anything budding through. It doesn't look like anything is happening. Truth is, things are happening. The universe is on, it's still moving. It's still doing stuff. It's still doing stuff. And it's asking of you, the ancestors are at least asking you, hey, I get it. It's hard. It's cold. It sucks. It's trash. You're going to move forward, but you're going to make some good decisions. You're going to have to make some good decisions. So when you go down here, you're going to have your transformation. You will have to transform. You just have to. Like, there's no point in it. There's no getting around it. Because transformation means you got to go forward. Because whatever you're going through right now is going to change. Think about the fact that you have this cold ass picture right here in the snow and the grossness and the ugh. But you know what? You have a cutting here. Remember, plant parents, you have this cutting here. And what's happening in that cutting? The thing I wish would happen. That time I deadheaded a rose and then stuck it in a potato with honey. This is what's happening. A new rose. It's gonna happen. It has to. It has to. You may feel like, oh God, you may feel like you're a victim. You may be feeling a little blamed. Ugh. Guess what? It's your job to flip that. You just got to flip it. You got to flip it. That's all. Nothing crazy. The swords that you feel like are coming at you, use them to carve up a new version of yourself. Those ropes were there to constrain you, to stop you, to make you rethink. The blindfold was just there to help you out, to help you. You needed to be blind. Like I said, you got to leave it in the dark in order to be something you don't mind having dinner with. You need your teamwork, of course, because with your teamwork, the path is already laid out. If you notice, there's like a garden happening here. We got some fauna here. We got fauna here. Fauna's going to happen. It's February, you guys. It's going to be cold. It feels it. I feel it too. But at the same time, you just got to be guiding. You just got to guide. You just got to be your own self-guide for a while. But overall, it's going to work out. Good things are going to happen. So when I say good things, what I mean is that the season will end. The ancestors are saying the movement will happen. The month has changed. Next month will be spring. And we will come back in a couple of weeks to get a further introspection in what that looks like. So with that, thank you so much for watching. I know we ran a little over, but I felt like I had to talk to you a little bit. I hadn't talked to you in a while. Missed you guys. All right. So this has been the Nail Oracle. As you can see, we got some growth happening, but we're holding steady. And if anything, this is cute. I got my power blue on. I got my power color. So slip into your power color. Get those nails done. Don't worry about that new growth. It still looks cute. Just oil your cuticles down so it looks a little even. And just say, you know, that was the style that you were going for. And remember, you got this. I know it's a cliche, but, you know, spring is coming. It's going to get warmer. The days are getting longer. And with that, I'll catch you in the next video. Bye. Mwah. See you in a bit, Pisces.